The Nebraska State Education Association, aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association on this station.
If you came across someone struggling with hunger, how would you recognize them? By their clothes, their age, the way they speak? Would you notice a 16-year-old boy who got his first job,
not for extra spending money, but to help feed his little sisters?
Or a mother who's in between jobs and sometimes goes to bed hungry so her kids can have dinner? Or a 14-year-old girl who signs up to every after-school activity, not to make friends, but just to get something to eat? Or a retiree who fell ill and had to choose
between getting medicine or groceries.
I am the 1 in 8 Americans who struggle with hunger. People you pass by every day but never knew were hungry. I am hunger in America.
Hunger can be hard to recognize. Learn why at IamHungerInAmerica.org. Brought to you by Feeding America, 200 Food Banks Strong, and the Ad Council.
This is Rick Heyman with Sartor Heyman Jewelers. Sartor Heyman is celebrating 120 years, and you could win big. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram for your chance to win a $120 gift certificate every week. That's right, we're giving away $120 every week as a thank you for being part of our story. Don't miss your chance to treat yourself. Follow Sartor Heyman Jewelers today. Celebrating 120 years. Sartor Heyman, when only the best will do.
Empire Netting and Fence delivers top-quality netting and fence solutions. From major sports venues to backyard installs and everything in between, coast to coast. We take on tough jobs with grit, integrity, and a strong commitment to safety. Empire is growing, and we're hiring motivated people ready to grow with us. We build each other up, and we're building something big. Think you've got what it takes? Apply now at empire-fence.com. That's empire-fence.com.
Is your heating system ready for cooler weather? Call Bryant to schedule your fall heating check. No matter what brand, call 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Hey guys, it's Monet here with The Night Before. What could be better than watching football with up to 20 beautiful ladies? The Night Before now has a 12-foot video wall for you to watch all the big games. Just like the players, you need to practice though. Repeat after me. Hey honey, I'm going to watch the game with the guys. I'll be home as soon as the game is over. It's all in the details. Come watch a game with The Night Before. Mention this ad and your first beer is $1.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Hey, Husker fans. Max 10 is turning up the excitement this season. They're giving away a pair of Husker volleyball tickets, and every time you tan, you're entered to win. Experience the 2025 season tour featuring high-pressure tanning, rejuvenating red light therapy, and flawless spray tanning, all for just $20.25. Look good, feel amazing, and cheer on the Lady Huskers in style. Max Tan. Take it to the max.
Concrete Industries has immediate job openings for precast production laborers and maintenance technicians. Concrete Industries offers great pay, health benefits, 401k, a wellness program, holidays, and paid time off. Apply today to earn a starting pay of $21.50 per hour plus a $1,500 hiring bonus. Concrete Industries is hiring all experience levels and offers on-the-job training. Start your career today as a precast production laborer or maintenance technician. Visit concreteindustries.com.
It's game on at Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Nebraska's premier power sports dealership. Stocking top models from Can-Am, Kawasaki, Honda, Polaris, CF Moto, Suzuki, Yamaha, Indian Motorcycle, Sea-Doo, and Triton trailers. Score big on our massive selection of Can-Am side-by-sides with rebates up to $3,000 on select in-stock models. Elway Power Sports of Lincoln has you covered all under one roof with a large selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, motorcycles, and personal watercraft at their 27th and I-80 location. They can't wait to get you set up for football season.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC. This month kicks off Koppel's 50th anniversary sale. We're celebrating 50 years by offering an additional $500 discount to the next 100 customers that buy a new vehicle. This is in addition to the huge savings already in place. You can take an extra $500 off our discounted price, or we can cut you a check on the spot. Celebrate with savings and see why customers have trusted Koppel since 1975. It's our way of saying thank you for all these years.
It's been a busy day in sports. A lot has happened while you were up to your eyeballs in work. Catch up on what went down in Nebraska athletics, college sports, and your favorite pro sports leagues. This is Late Night in Lincoln live on 93.7 The Ticket, sponsored by Canopy Street Market. Here are your hosts, Harrison Arens and Derek Pearson.
Buckle up. 10 o'clock, Lincoln, Nebraska. We will take you to midnight and to Thursday morning. I think that might be the rules that we wait until either 11:59 or 12:01.
Well, the problem is I got to hit that satellite just right.
Yeah, I'll give you time.
I can, as long as we got like 30 seconds.
Yeah, we'll
or 10 seconds, legal ID. Just take the legal ID, 10 seconds.
Yeah, we'll get as close to it as possible.
10
We are
seconds
live,
short.
right? We are live, 402-464-5685 if you want to shout out and let us know you're out there hanging out. Some of you are multitasking. You're watching the Dodgers, who currently lead. Bottom of six, they lead the Reds 7-2. They erupted for 3 runs in the inning. They got out of a bases-loaded jam in the top of the 6th. And so we head to the top of the 7th with the Dodgers up 7-2. And, if they can finish the job, then this is kind of the point where you start counting outs and you get to 9. They're 9 outs away. If they can succeed in getting win 2, they would be the only wild card series that won't go to a deciding game 3 tomorrow. And that's pretty interesting to me because in the layout of all of it, it gets interesting when you start talking about game 3s, deciding games. Like everybody likes to say, the most exciting 2 words in all of sports, game 7.
Mm-hmm.
No, game 3 matters too. In this particular case, and they haven't announced the times yet for tomorrow, which would be extremely weird. No, they have not, because if this series doesn't end, then you'll stay in the same time block. But if it does, I am 100% sure that ABC wants a prime time if it can get it, right? Red Sox Yankees might be pretty good primetime ABC fare if you could make it happen, or ESPN or whatever way, right? I mean, same company, but I think that the Cubs and Padres would stay ABC, but I would think that would be true as long as it's not prime time. Like if you're ABC, why would you give up? Well, they've already given up prime time. So the matchups for tomorrow, there are 3 game 3s that will happen. We forgot to put the sign up again.
What's right there? I got it out already.
Okay.
Yeah, we had some people. Chris Raff.
I saw.
Raff Rohde showed up.
Yeah, I saw that folks were lingering.
Yeah,
kind of waving up and down the street. Some fair matchups happening tomorrow. Again, as ABC figures its lineup and Major League Baseball figures its lineup. Look at the guys. That's funny. Game 3, deciding game 3s have ultimate somebody's season gets ended, but on the other side, the team that advances also have to prepare for a division title winner with a full week's rest. And you've got a scrambled starting rotation.
Is it better? Because I remember 2022 was the first year they switched the playoff format. All the buy-in teams or most, I think 3 out of the 4 lost. You as a baseball coach, baseball player, would you rather be playing baseball or have this time off?
I would rather have the time off.
Okay.
Well, it depends on how I got there. Like if you're the Brewers and you're in a runaway, that means you've spent the last 21 days of your major league season not playing entirely meaningful games. And yes, you can rest and recover, but that also means that you kind of have to scrimmage and to stay on top of it, right? That you play the games, and then you have the week, and there's that human nature that says the players want to go and spend time with the wife and bring the family in, right? Recover if possible from a nagging injury, work on some things that need to be worked on. But if you're on a roll, if you're a team that got hot late, I don't want to break. If I'm playing well, I want to keep playing well.
Mm-hmm.
Like I want to keep playing, which is some advantage. This is what happens like in the NFL, that a wild card team who has to battle itself and play meaningful games down the stretch stays hot. They get hot and stay hot.
Packers, when they took down the number 1 offense, Cowboys blew them out of the water.
Yeah, you get hot and stay hot. And it depends. Are you an offensive juggernaut? Are you a defensive? Are you is this a pitching staff that has depth? Right? Are they veteran starters? Right? Because and think of we talked about Max Scherzer and company who are going to throw. Having the additional time certainly would allow them to prepare and rehab and recover and go through that. I'd rather but it's also I'd rather have home field advantage, so that certainly matters. And in this series, these wild card series, it may play out, it may not. It may not. I mean, think about it. All 3 home teams have lost a game. Right? The Dodgers are the only one who haven't lost a game yet, and that's still to be determined. But my goodness gracious, that would suck. And I'm still not sure. I get that in the wild card, the extra teams that get in are kind of like you're really going to have to earn advancing. But the idea that all 3 games are played in the same city, yikes! Oh. You're lucky to be here, and you're going to have to win on the road. Now, again, if you're the Red Sox and you go to Yankee Stadium and win 2 out of 3, you deserve to advance.
Mm-hmm.
If you're the Padres and you go to Wrigley and you get it done, hey, man.
You deserve it. But,
yeah.
I mean, that's the play-in doesn't even do that in the NBA, where you could at least go travel back and forth on the road.
Right. Like, I mean,
and the play-in's the ultimate, like, we just want some more money, guys. Get on in here. And they don't make them have that type of. I mean, you get the number 1 seed if you break through, but you at least get your home and road games.
I don't think they mind.
Though. Well, the Heat didn't give a damn when Milwaukee was the 1 seed.
Yeah, I don't think they mind. And Detroit and Cleveland, it's the proximity and familiarity certainly plays. These teams know each other. So the matchup then it becomes a matter of discussion, pitching matchups, and it's 1-1, so neither team is hotter than the other, right? It's not like, oh, they're on a roll. No, not particularly. The matchup for Detroit and Cleveland tomorrow, you're going to have Jack Flaherty, who comes in at 8-15. Now, then you have to kind of get into his ERA is about 4.5, but he has not beaten the Guardians this year. He's 0-2 against them. He's actually 0-3 against them. He's 0-3 against them. But he's the best available option. Now, mind you, they've played 3 times with him on the bump. How many runs do you think they've scored?
Ooh, well, give me 10.
1.
He's lost all 3 games?
They've scored. The Detroit Tigers have scored 1 run combined in the 3 starts.
Oh, okay.
1 run. They lost 5-1, 4-0, 7-0. Do they not like him?
They must not
money. Does he owe them money? What's the deal?
So that's not really all on him at all.
Jack Flaherty. No, I mean,
it's not a bad bet that you got him on. You just got to hope the batters show up that day.
Something. But as we talked about last night, it's not like this is the hitter's year.
No,
this is not the hitter's year.
Is it just like people swinging for the fences all the time now, and it's taking that much of a hit?
Well, there's more money, and chicks dig the long ball. So do general managers.
Chicks also dig a guy who's got a job and a role on the team.
Here's where it is, guys. That chicks. It's the old Glavine Smoltz. No, it was Glavine and Maddox.
Okay.
And they did the commercial, and they're hanging out at the All-Star game, and they're watching McGuire and company just hit bombs, right? They walk through, and nobody cheers, nobody says anything, so they go into new workouts, right? So they're gonna get buffer, stronger, right? And they're gonna take that warning track power for pitchers, and they're gonna start hitting bombs because chicks dig the long ball,
Mm-hmm.
and that was the whole pitch. Well, if you're in a contract negotiation, power is a needle mover. It fills the envelope. And quite frankly, if nobody's hitting for average and you have power, you still have a plus.
That's true.
You still have a plus.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, we looked at the numbers last night that the Angels have 2 players with 30 plus home runs and 98 plus RBI.
I don't know if they're hitting for power. They might just be swinging.
Well, but 37, you hit 37 bombs.
Yeah.
You're doing the work,
Right.
and that's your place in this thing. So the game evolves, and there'll be a time where, line drive hitters were the thing, and then speed was the thing, and then power, and then it evolved back to the pitchers, and then, juiced baseballs, okay, juiced players, okay.
Torpedo bat.
Right. Defensive wizardry has its run. Big ballparks, small ballparks, crackerjack ballparks where home runs rule, but there's Coors Field where there's an advantage, and then there's Death Valley.
Mm-hmm.
Right. There are those places. So I don't know. I mean, if you're talking about Flaherty, his ERA is 4.64. He's going to face Slade Ciccone. And he's 7-7 for the year, ERA of just under 4.5, so 4.3. 7-7 for the season, but he beat Detroit 3-1 back in May. He's 2-1 against them for the year. Or actually, he's won 2 out of his last 3. And I don't know how good you feel, but you're at home with a pitcher who has a better record than your opponent. Okay. You have a shot. Red Sox, Yankees tomorrow. Connolly Early is the starter for the Red Sox. The only reason I know who Connolly Early is he's from Virginia. He's from Richmond, Virginia. He lived right down the street from my older brother in Midlothian, Virginia.
Of course he did.
Yeah. But I also know his high school coach. As a matter of fact, I played against him back in the day. Early, but he's only pitched 19 innings in the major leagues this year. 19 innings. But he hadn't given up a bomb. He's 1-2. ERA of 2.33. But 19 innings. His game splits, you count them on one hand. Right, 4 outings.
You just don't know what you're getting with them, though.
Right.
There's not enough data.
Well, but the mystery, the unknown, because he hasn't faced them, so they don't really know.
He hasn't given you a reason not to put him out there. But hasn't given you a reason to trust him fully either.
Well, but he came up and he did the thing in a pennant run, and got it done. ERA, 19 innings, and you only gave up a handful of runs. Bravo. Cam, and I have to be careful when I say his last name because Schlittler. Cam Schlittler.
There you go.
Yeah.
Emphasis on the first pronunciation.
Attaboy. Or you gotta add both L's, or otherwise you're in trouble.
Yes.
You gotta add both L's. Or it's a different conversation. He comes in at 4-3, ERA just under 3. But he's also on a 4-game win streak. So a veteran pitcher on a win streak. But he started out 0-3, but he's won his last 4. So there's that. For the Padres and Cubs, and this is one where I would kind of want to pick the brain of Nick Sainert. But here's the thing. At face value, the name that hold on. We'll go back before we go forward.
Okay.
The Indians are favored. Barely favored, but they're favored. The Yankees are favored. The Cubs are favored. You, Darvish, you finished the season 5-5, ERA of over 5.5. but has not faced the Cubs this season. But the Cubs are familiar because Darvish is a veteran. This version of him, of course, his season was kind of up and down because of injury. But Darvish is also on a 4-game win streak. 4-game win streak. And then Jameson Taillon is the Cubs starter or listed starter. He finished the season 11-7. ERA of under 4, 3.68, so advantage. And he's won 5 of his last 6. So, and then Andrew Abbott was announced that if the Reds could get a win against the Dodgers, that Andrew Abbott would be the starter. He finished the season 10-7. He's won his last 2 starts, ERA of under 3. And then the Dodgers says, we don't know. We don't know who we're going to start. We don't know, and hopefully we don't need to find out. Of the 3, rank the ticket prices of the 4 series for Game 3. A Game 3, right? Game 3, deciding. Remember, the games are in Cleveland. There they are. The game. So, what do you think the get-in ticket price for Detroit and Cleveland? What do you think that would be? The get-in price.
Detroit, Cleveland. I think I'm going to lowball it. 200. Or is it
$69?
Game 3 is just not expensive at all, huh?
Well,
is it because it's Detroit and Cleveland?
I'm gonna.
I way overshot it.
I'm gonna lean that.
Okay. So
listen. I don't want to put dye in the pool, right?
You can plead the 5th there. I asked the
right,
question.
Right.
Gives me a good starting point, though.
San Diego and the Cubs at Wrigley.
Hey, this one's got to be significantly more. $150.
$69 is the get in.
Okay, well, what?
$69. Harrison, this is why we have these conversations.
Yeah, I'm
because
way off. I thought it cost a fortune to go to a Game 3. The Cubs fans too. I thought they'd eat that stuff up. Exactly.
Wrigleyville in a meaningful game.
Nick Sainert might go up there knowing they're only $70.
Right? Like $70 that you can sit in the bleachers.
I can go spend $70 and feel fine getting myself a couple Coors Lights and a hot dog. And not worry about
you got money, you got cash left over. Right? Let's go let's go. You know what? Let's just for grins and giggles, let's stay at Dodger Stadium. Okay. Dodger Stadium. Game 3. There's a deciding game between the Reds and Dodgers, the reigning, defending World Series champions. Get in price, Harrison Arens.
I feel like LA sucks at this type of stuff. 60.
$47.
Even lower. I knew it. I knew it'd be lower. LA is the worst when it comes to that.
But no, you would think it would go up.
But LA just, I want to go see a con. There's a million things going on.
I agree. It's the Dodgers,
but they
man.
do that.
It's the Dodgers. We went and saw them against like Whoville, and it was like $200 to sit up in the gold seats in the middle of nowhere. And you just went, I looked at that number and my head spun.
Did you start thinking about buying tickets when you're looking through these?
Like, just go. Like, I just need to get on a plane and go.
For $70.
$47.
$47 for the Dodgers.
For $50, you can watch the Dodgers. Let's go to the most famous. I would think that the Yankee Stadium is the most famous baseball stadium.
Yeah, I'm going to go the highest on this one. I think I'm going to go. I'm going to 70, 75.
140. 140.
Thank you. That's okay. Now we're talking baseball. Right. That's what I was thinking.
140. Like it made sense.
Okay.
It made sense. But even that, if I would have bet that the cheapest ticket tomorrow anywhere was $200. I'd have thought series deciding game at one of 4 locations. There's only 4 places you can watch baseball tomorrow.
Uh-huh.
And each of those games would be a deciding game. I would have thought in those towns alone. Because let's just say Dodgers, Reds were playing in Lincoln, were playing at Haymarket.
I'm going.
You don't think you'd get in there for $150?
The Dodgers? You only get so many chances to see one of the best.
Yankees, Red Sox down the street.
Go.
Mind you, the Dodgers, you you do get to see Shohei.
That's what I'm saying.
And he might have been your pitcher tomorrow if they lost tonight, right? Your season on the line. Hey, Shohei, go get it. Now, slightly intrigued because is he their game one starter in the next series against Philly?
Depends how good if they close it out tonight smoothly.
Right?
I don't think so.
I kind of want that. They're in the bottom of the seventh inning. Dodgers lead 7-2. Runner on, no out at the bottom of the seventh. Yeah,
that's ridiculous prices. Go watch baseball.
I don't
Bring
even
your
understand.
kids.
I don't even understand it.
Bring your kids for that price.
Yeah, I don't understand.
I always kind of know. Well, shout out Rudy, one of Ticket's very own out there.
You go. Look at this guy.
Yeah, I know.
Look at this guy. Oh, look, he didn't cool boy us though.
He's been showing off. That's the third time he's walked past me with a smug look.
That is spectacular. That is spectacular. That is funny.
Shout out Rudy.
That is funny. Attaboy, Rudy.
I can clip this and send it to him.
Right? Like, it's just like he deserves it too, right? He fully deserves it. 100%. So yeah, in the space that we've been talking about, like I'm always intrigued by how the thing processes. Like what important it's one thing for us to say how important it is to us, but for the people in the building, like in that city,
I don't get it.
I would think that if the Red Sox had a chance to knock off the Yankees, keep their season going in the Yankee season, that $300 for tomorrow night's game would be piece of cake.
I think even the Royals, you could get easily above 100. Royals are pretty diehard. If you had the Royals and they got to play the Dodgers or the Yankees in the game 3, tickets would be outrageous.
I'm stunned by it.
I know. I wish I had some like flight travel points.
Oh,
and just go. I mean,
well, Lincoln will hook you up. We'll call our dear friend over at Lincoln Airport.
All right.
It
becomes a Rebecca thing because I definitely did not request.
Well, then I hand you over. Then I hand you over and get out of the way. Tomorrow we will feature high school football tomorrow. And then we will slide. Hopefully, did we talk to the young ladies? Can we get them?
Yeah, so the bowlers can't make it, unfortunately. Emma's in Canada, and then Ashley's seeing if she can get in there for now.
Okay.
So if we're lucky, we'll get Ashley Mitchell above the noise.
Okay. So
and then Austin can still cover.
Yeah, I mean, I think we'll figure something out for Friday, and then it's a full day on Saturday. Thursday night football. It was kind of interesting that I went to the college game first, and I need to apologize because I really did. I didn't mean to, but the NFL game tomorrow is the 49ers and Rams. So here's the other part. That was the one time I said, we'll not broadcast NFL. Go ahead and cover high school sports. So we will not have NFL tomorrow night. We will have Lincoln High School sports. And and I don't think there were any Lincoln games that we were able to cover Friday.
No, unfortunately
to do that. And then, so we will have the volleyball postgame show.
Yep.
So we will have that tomorrow night after Penn State, and there'll be plenty to talk about after Penn State.
Well, it's Friday, right? Tomorrow's Thursday.
Well, Friday we'll have
volleyball.
Yeah.
You're scaring me. I was like, high school football and volleyball postgame.
No, I said we don't have a high school
for
football
Friday.
game
Yes,
Friday.
yes.
But we will have a Husker volleyball postgame, and we'll have a Husker volleyball postgame Saturday as well after the football postgame, because the girls will go to Rutgers, and then we will carry that as well. So it's going to be a pretty interesting weekend. Also, isn't this another one of the weeks? Don't we have an early game Sunday?
Is it one of those? Let me check.
Yes, the Vikings and Cleveland.
That's right. Vikings there for like 2 weeks.
So we have to get that right. We fumbled the ball on the 1 o'clock game. So we need to figure out how to manually set the second game of the day, like to manually push that through.
That'll be easy to do Sunday because I'll be there watching.
Yeah, I just don't want the NFL calling me about it.
I got you covered.
We gave you rights for free, like carry the games. All right. So this is also the day we'll talk about ticket prices for this weekend for both college and pro. And then I'll do ticket prices for Nebraska Penn State volleyball.
Ooh, that'll be good.
Right.
See where the interest really lies.
Right. So we'll talk about that. And then this is the day where I get my reports from the NFL, the Big Ten, about football, and volleyball. They gave a volleyball report this week.
Very nice.
So we will cover that over the course of the next 90 minutes here on Late Night.
Shopping for new flooring is different today. Getting your questions answered, making the right selection, getting the best value, and installed quickly and professionally. Visit ostreetcarpet.com or shop our store. We'll answer all your questions and help you make the right choice. You'll be enjoying your new floor in just days for less than you'd pay elsewhere. Carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, tile, and area rugs. We've got it all. Carpet. 1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
This is Rick Heyman with Sartor Heyman Jewelers. Sartor Heyman is celebrating 120 years, and you could win big. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram for your chance to win a $120 gift certificate every week. That's right. We're giving away $120 every week as a thank you for being part of our story. Don't miss your chance to treat yourself. Follow Sartor Heyman Jewelers today. Celebrating 120 years. Sartor Heyman, when only the best will do.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC. This month kicks off Koppel's 50th anniversary sale. We're celebrating 50 years by offering an additional $500 discount to the next 100 customers that buy a new vehicle. This is in addition to the huge savings already in place. You can take an extra $500 off our discounted price, or we can cut you a check on the spot. Celebrate with savings and see why customers have trusted Koppel since 1975. It's our way of saying thank you for all these years.
Hey, Husker fans, Max 10 is turning up the excitement this season. They're giving away a pair of Husker volleyball tickets, and every time you tan, you're entered to win. Experience the 2025 season tour featuring high-pressure tanning, rejuvenating red light therapy, and flawless spray tanning, all for just $20.25. Look good, feel amazing, and cheer on the Lady Huskers in style. Max 10, take it to the max.
Salt Mine City is your go-to brewery in the Haymarket for craft beers and great food. Enjoy a full menu of great items daily for lunch and dinner, like their big fatty 7-ounce hamburger or a Reuben sandwich served on Blackstone rye bread. And don't forget their beef or chicken nachos with guacamole, sour cream, jalapenos, and more. Wash it down with one of their 12 beers on tap, including the popular Single Axle Light American Lager. Salt Mine City, now open 2 p.m. Monday through Thursday and 11 a.m. Friday through Sunday at 8th and R. Schwieso Construction is now hiring for skilled craftsmen, steel erectors, concrete workers, and general laborers. Schwieso Construction offers great benefits like premium wages, health and dental insurance, paid holidays and vacation, 401k with company match, life insurance, and disability insurance. They pride themselves on a legacy of 40 years built on integrity and trust. Joining their team means becoming part of a family that values hard work, dedication, and mutual respect. Apply today at schwieso.com. That's schwisow.com.
Shopping for new flooring is different today. Getting your questions answered, making the right selection, getting the best value, and installed quickly and professionally. Visit ostreetcarpet.com or shop our store. We'll answer all your questions and help you make the right choice. You'll be enjoying your new floor in just days for less than you'd pay elsewhere. Carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, tile, and area rugs. We've got it all. O Street Carpet. 1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Make your next event unforgettable with Grazing Gouda, your local artists and experts in charcuterie and grazed tables. From boardrooms to ballrooms, they turn gatherings into experiences with stunning spreads of artesian cheeses, cured meats, fresh fruits, and gourmet bites. Perfect for corporate luncheons, weddings, parties, or any celebration that deserves a wow moment. They handle the details. You take the compliments. Book your graze table today at GrazingGouda.com. Grazing Gouda, because every event deserves to be savored.
Empire Netting and Fence delivers top quality netting and fence solutions. From major sports venues to backyard installs and everything in between, coast to coast. We take on tough jobs with grit, integrity, and a strong commitment to safety. Empire is growing, and we're hiring motivated people ready to grow with us. We build each other up, and we're building something big. Think you've got what it takes? Apply now at empire-fence.com. That's Empire.
We interrupt this commercial break for an important story.
There once was a man from Nebraska who went searching for food in Alaska. When his stomach was rumbling while laying in bed, he could think of only one option, Führer's cheese spread. So he left it once and drove day and night to return back home for cheese spread delight. Now his stomach is full and the voice in his head tells him no more vacations without Führer's cheese spread. Find yours today at most local grocers.
Back to Late Night in Lincoln live on 93.7 The Ticket. Here are your hosts, Harrison Arens and Derek Pearson.
Welcome back. It is in a full update again. It's now 8-2 in the seventh. There appears to be some replay going on. A run scored, but I guess the question is whether he was at it first.
By the Dodgers or Reds?
Dodgers are appealing if it counts. Let's see here.
Okay.
It looks like he's out.
Tough break.
It looks like he's out. Although, so they've had this, and this is where we have, and Jeff Hendricks is coming in tomorrow to talk to Nick. But they will tell you that the ruling at first is that the ball's in the glove, but not in the web of the glove. So when they get to replay, our eyes tend to they called him out. I thought he was out.
Okay.
I thought the ball was in the glove, but the webbing didn't move as quickly as the ball hit the glove. Right? Like if it's caught in the web, you can kind of do the sound. And first base umpires, almost more than sight, is the sound.
Mm-hmm.
That the ball hitting the webbing of the glove makes a sound. The spikes hitting first base make a sound. Then you're just telling me which sound did I hear first, and that's more than sight.
I mean, that makes more sense, though.
Right? That you trust the sound, you trust what you hear. But if the sound confirms what you see, then you follow that, and that's kind of what it is. So they go to the top of the eighth, 8-2. Dodgers. And everybody else had a pretty good day when you talk about baseball. We were talking about ticket prices for Game 3.
Mm-hmm. Not great, except for Yankees did all right. 140,
right. 160, 140, 149.
149. Yep.
We did get the ticket prices for game. They were sent to me. The ticket price, the get-in ticket price, and that's the get-in ticket price. So we know that the VIP seats are going to cost more, but the cheapest to get in. Now, it sparked the curiosity. So what do you think the cheapest seated ticket for Friday night's Nebraska at Penn State volleyball game? What do you think the cheapest, and this is not standing room only price.
Mm-hmm.
This is sit down. You have a seat assigned to you. I can tell you
at Penn State on the road.
At Penn State that it's section 210. So, hundreds are the first level. 200s are the second level. This is in row B.
Okay.
Row B of section 210. Now, 210 appears to be corner.
Okay.
Corner. 210. What do you think that ticket price for the number one ranked Nebraska Huskers and the reigning defending Penn State Nittany Lions? What do you think the get in?
Limited capacity.
And they made a note that this was the best deal available.
Okay, yeah. So I think I'm in the
This
right
is
ballpark.
the
Where
best, the best. But I can tell you that there's a seat in the same row that was not identified as best deal.
That's a better deal.
That's $2 more than this.
Okay.
So I don't know why the $2 makes a difference.
Could be they know who the season ticket holder is.
Maybe. But they put it as best deal. So what do you think the get-in price for Nebraska versus Penn State volleyball. What do you think the best get-in price is, sir?
With the capacity, I'm gonna go higher. I think that place is gonna be popping. We'll go 180.
180 is what the man said. What if I told you that the most expensive seat I'm looking because I want to make sure I get this right.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Sir, we are stunned. I'm officially stunned.
Let's see. Well, they can only carry about 6,500 people in there.
Right?
So pretty limited capacity. That's why I want a little bit higher.
Okay.
It might even be too low. I'm underestimating Penn or overvaluing.
There are 173. So there's 330 tickets available currently.
Okay, so they got some availability left.
There's some availability. What if I said that number was too high?
Okay.
Let me just tell you that the priciest ticket, you can sit in the first row, upper bowl. Wow, that's the highest. That's a problem. Yikes. Penn State.
Upper bowl.
Penn State, what are y'all doing? No, it's second level, but okay. What was your number again?
I was 180. I went way too high.
Lower.
Okay. 100?
Lower.
50.
Lower.
$20.
$20.
I'm just way overvaluing sports. There's something's going on here.
This is
for that
Penn
matchup.
State.
What would that be in Nebraska, do you think?
Oh!
Like, if I'm just like totally Nebraska lensing all of this.
The most expensive seat is 194. You can't.
Yeah, Nebraska shoot those numbers up. I think that's the problem I'm having. I'm just assuming all these cities love sports like Nebraska loves their sports, and then you get to the LA Dodgers, and they're like, $40 maybe. I'll go see my team.
Right.
A deciding game.
Like
we only got one of the most generational players that the world's ever seen. $40 too much.
I was fascinated. So the easiest thing to do is to look at the next important or rivalry game at Devaney.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That would be fair.
Yeah,
at home.
Wisconsin or Penn State.
Kind of difficult to do because let's go Michigan State. So it's Washington Huskies at home, then Northwestern, then Michigan State, then Oregon. So you're getting great Big Ten teams, but you're not getting Wisconsin, Penn State,
right?
Texas, etc.
Pitt.
So let's say Michigan State. What do you think the cheapest get-in ticket at Devaney Center for Michigan State? Now, mind you, it's $20
to get in for the Penn State.
In for Penn State.
Yeah, I'm gonna think for Nebraska just to get in, we'll go like $15 for Michigan State.
Higher.
40.
Higher.
Oh, let's go Lincoln. 70.
Higher.
120.
Higher.
170.
Higher.
200.
Higher.
250.
238.
Oh my God.
Is the cheapest get-in seat for Nebraska, Michigan State.
I'm fully seeing the disconnect I'm having right now.
We are in a different reality.
We're sickos out here.
We are in a different reality, bro.
Is it that different when you go to other cities?
The seat that you could sit at Penn State, Nebraska Friday, the very same seat for Michigan State, Nebraska here is $700. $702.
Oh my God. You're getting damn near paying $1,000 to watch just beat up on Michigan State.
$702. And it's not front row, it's the back row of the lower. Like, come on. I'm telling you.
That tells me that there's a lot of daughters begging their parents, you have to take us to a volleyball game.
Okay. In the very last row at the end of the court, second level, is $355. And that seat is going for $20 at Happy Valley, Nebraska, Penn State.
You could watch.
Sir.
We're good.
You know, if you're sitting at the no, you really want your mind blown. If you go to the opposite end of the floor for Nebraska, the back seat, the end seat, the last row, I kid you not, the last row, $629. Bruh!
There's a lot of dudes that are listening right now whose girl asked them, like, you should take me to a volleyball game this year. And they said, yeah. They're hearing these prices. Like,
no.
Oh, hey.
No, we're not. We're not doing that. We're not.
You want to go to a volleyball game or a vacation?
As Anthony Lionheart Smith said, we go together. If I take you to a Nebraska volleyball game, we go together. We're boyfriend girlfriend. There's no dating. You minds now. You minds. I
mean, honestly, hey, I cashed out $1,400 so we could have these two seats.
Sir,
I would really appreciate a second date.
It was cheaper to get her a ring, bro.
That is crazy.
Season tickets for Nebraska volleyball is a diamond, a true. That's a Rick Heyman, Sartor Heyman diamond. You
just wear the tickets around your little
you
finger.
Listen, you just wrap
season tickets.
You just wrap it up. And you know that's coming soon, right? That we'll reach an age where you don't have it on your phone. You just scan it like you have a chip in your, like a barcode in your wrist, and you just slide it across, and that's where your season.
100%.
Right.
There's going to be a chip somewhere.
Bro, it. I mean, I think they should have rings that say I'm a Husker volleyball season ticket holder.
You read my mind. I've always liked the idea of I've been big on rings and currency because you can just put it all digital.
Don't you think
everything?
Seriously, you talk about the baller move because we haven't had they did get a bowl championship ring this year, I think.
Did they?
If you win the Pinstripe Bowl, do you get a ring?
I don't know if you get a ring.
I don't know that they did.
Yeah, I want to say they didn't, but I could be wrong.
I don't know. They are officially the Pinstripe Bowl champions. Like there is a championship awarded with it. I mean, you get a trophy, but I don't know that they got a Pinstripe Bowl. No, okay. But there are some bowls where you get a ring.
Yes, the bigger ones you almost always do.
See, now we need the list of bowl games that you get. Okay, so we'll go to break, and then we will Google like crazy to figure out what bowls. If you win those bowls, do you get rings? Because I think a baller move. Now, if you're a Husker wrestling season ticket holder, you should have a replica ring.
I think you do. You get a. Well, now I'm just thinking like season ticket holders get a ring that's got a little bit extra to it.
Well, you should get that's the baller move.
The replica ring.
Oh, that would be like
that'd be pretty.
You
sick.
you walking around the stadium and you're like Wayne's World.
That would be sick.
You're like Wayne's World. You're like showing your VIP badge.
Honestly, that's a good idea. Can you imagine rolling up to Bama during the Saban eras and all the season ticket holders? You're walking around, everyone's just got 10 rings on their hands.
Rings.
And you're, as a player, you're looking into the stands. You just see glistening.
Oh, rings and rings. You got to say it like that.
You know who the winners are. You walk into a place like that and see those rings, you're like, damn.
Baller.
I like that idea.
Okay, do you want your mind blown really, though, before we go to break?
Let's do it.
So Penn State, the cheapest ticket is $19. The following night, they go to Rutgers. They go to Happening, New Brunswick, New Jersey.
Tell me Rutgers is outselling them.
What do you think the cheapest price is?
Because you're asking me this, $20. Or it's $1.
This is fantastic.
I'm hoping the Scarlet Knights outdo Penn State, right? Just because that's never in my wildest dreams would I anticipate Penn State ticket prices being as low as they were.
And it changed literally with me clicking the button.
Of course, it's tracking you.
Somebody,
got the cookies.
Somebody bought a ticket. Somebody bought a ticket. Somebody was like, "Hey man, we were planning on going to Penn State and going to Rutgers. Let's get these tickets. It's a good time. Thanks, DP. Thanks, Harrison. You got us hooked up. $71."
Okay, what's going on? Penn State, what's going on?
I don't know. Penn State, you good? You okay?
Well, is it because the season's
Those are
been
the
choppy?
national champions, bruh.
It's because they have 7 losses that everyone's just like, I don't care anymore.
National champions. Mind blowing. Mind blowing.
Nittany Lions, do better. I'm a little disappointed.
It's the get in for Purdue. Huskers go to Purdue October 12th.
Oh, we're there. $70.
122.
Yeah, that's right.
Get in. Get in. Get in.
Oh man, they just gotta love it when the Huskers are on the schedule.
But here's the other thing, man. They go to Michigan State twice. They go to Michigan State twice. They go there on the 17th. The get in is $40. They go later, October 25th. A week later. Do you know what the get in is?
70.
$238.
What?
$238, sir. You're drunk. You're drunk, volleyball. You're drunk. Go home. Go to your room.
I can imagine like the dudes that work at like Ticketmaster just like trying to figure out these volleyball ticket prices, just sweating bullets, working overnight.
They got
trying to calculate like what are people going to pay.
I'm going to give you the rest of the road schedule because it's fantastic. There are numbers on top of numbers. This is spectacular. Down the rabbit hole, all the way we go. We'll be right back.
It's game on at Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Nebraska's premier power sports dealership. Stocking top models from Can-Am, Kawasaki, Honda, Polaris, CF Moto, Suzuki, Yamaha, Indian Motorcycle, Sea-Doo, and Triton trailers. Score big on our massive selection of Can-Am side-by-sides with rebates up to $3,000 on select in-stock models. Elway Power Sports of Lincoln has you covered all under one roof with a large selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, motorcycles, and personal watercraft at their 27th and I-80 location. They can't wait to get you set up for football season. Comfort food, but make it vegan. At Rutabagas, they're serving all your crave-worthy classics. Mac and cheese, loaded nachos, Philly cheesesteaks, all 100% plant-powered and 100% delicious. Catch them at their cozy spot at 70th and Vine, or find their food truck rolling through the streets of Lincoln. So whether you're vegan, veg curious, or just hungry for comfort food with a twist, Rutabagas has a plate waiting for you. Find them on Instagram for their food truck location and specials. Rutabagas, where comfort meets compassion.
Calling all caffeinated Husker fans. Looking to boost your energy and focus? Caffeine alone won't do the trick. Enter Cranium Energy Drinks based out of Fremont, Nebraska, founded by lifelong Husker fans. Cranium is more than just caffeine. Every can has highly dosed nootropics that help boost mental clarity, paired with 150 milligrams of natural caffeine to provide smooth, long-lasting energy as well as enhanced focus. Find it at Hy-Vee Health Markets in Nebraska and Council Bluffs, as well as select gas stations and supplement stores. Or purchase online at drinkcranium.com, spelled with a Y after the I. Enter code EARLYBREAK for 10% off your order.
Hey guys, it's Monet here with The Night Before. What could be better than watching football with up to 20 beautiful ladies? The Night Before now has a 12-foot video wall for you to watch all the big games. Just like the players, you need to practice though. Repeat after me. Hey honey, I'm going to watch the game with the guys. I'll be home as soon as the game is over. It's all in the details. Come watch a game with The Night Before. Mention this ad and your first beer is $1.
Hi, I'm Sarai, your personal banker here at Midwest Bank. I'm proud to serve our community in English and in Espanol because everyone deserves a banker who understands them. This Hispanic Heritage Month, we're celebrating the traditions, values, and dreams that make our community strong. Whether you're opening your first account, planning for the future, or growing your business, estoy aquí para ayudarle a alcanzar sus metas. I'm here to help you reach your goals. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Member FDIC.
Hey, Husker fans, Max 10 is turning up the excitement this season. They're giving away a pair of Husker volleyball tickets, and every time you tan, you're entered to win. Experience the 2025 season tour featuring high-pressure tanning, rejuvenating red light therapy, and flawless spray tanning, all for just $20.25. Look good, feel amazing, and cheer on the Lady Huskers in style. Max 10. Take it to the max.
Hello, this is Mary Pat Waite. I've had the privilege of working with Lincoln families as their realtor for more than 31 years, and I'm so proud to be associated with MP Dodge Real Estate. For me, your transaction is unique in its own way. My experience allows me to bring you trusted care and a really great outcome. My NP Dodge family shares the same client focus.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs, from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197. Are you tired of your usual barbershop experience? Stop into Scissors and Scotch today. I know what you're thinking. Drink during a haircut? Don't worry. First comes the precision cut from one of their experienced barbers, followed by your complimentary cocktail in their upscale lounge. Scissors and Scotch blends your old school barber feel with your favorite watering hole. And now you can earn $10 off by simply mentioning the ticket. And if you're an existing member, still mention the ticket for an exclusive offer. Offer valid at Lincoln location only. Scissors and Scotch, located just south of 30th and Yankee Hill, and online at lincoln.scissorscotch.com.
Husker fans know when you work together, great things happen. At Cornhusker Bank, they're more than your financial partner. With 5 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Omaha, they're your neighbors, your teammates, and your biggest fans. Whether you're saving for your first home, planning your future, or growing your business, they're right here in Nebraska to help you move forward together. Visit cornhusker.bank to learn more. Cornhusker Bank, member FDIC, doing life together.
There are great Mexican restaurants all over town, but there is one that is especially worth the drive from any part of town. Tacos Los Hermanos at 70th and Havelock. Cool off this summer with a delicious horchata or other special drinks, and grab one of their famous taco boxes for a group of friends or coworkers to enjoy, full of birria tacos and many other options. Don't forget their great desserts like tres leches, flan, and cheesecake. Get to Tacos Los Hermanos for lunch or dinner today at 70th and Havelock in Lincoln.
Back to Late Night in Lincoln live on 93.7 The Ticket. Here are your hosts, Harrison Arens and Derek Pearson.
Welcome back. I put it in the preview when I posted that the show was getting ready to start, that chaos and rabbit holes will rule the night, and truth be told, fully honored, because the idea behind it is that, which means tomorrow night you're going to get all the NFL reports and that sort of stuff.
Perfect. Kick us off for a little bit of kick off of the Thursday stuff.
Well, normally we kind of mix them up, right?
Mm-hmm.
We do a little of this, a little of that, and you give some of the ticket prices. We haven't even gotten to college football.
No, that's going to be fun. We got the Big Ten. I know you get the Big Ten slate email as well.
Right.
We can break down
but
what's all going on.
But we went full down. So first, we'll go back to go forward. We find out that not every bowl game gives the championship ring.
No, most of them don't. Is that up to the university to just go ahead and do it like they pay for it for the players, or is it the actual bowl games? Because I see a lot, but I feel like more often than not, it's the university spending the money to get them the rings than it is actually the bowl venue.
So this is the official. So many college bowl game winners receive rings to symbolize their victory, right? College football playoff, national championship, major bowls like Rose Bowl, Cotton Bowl, and they mentioned Holiday Bowl like it's a major. Weird, but okay. However, not all bowl game winners are guaranteed rings, as the decision is up to the school and may include champions of conference titles or even teams that don't win a bowl game. Now,
okay, so that's what I'm thinking.
Right, so
certain
conference title, and then certain bowl games. It doesn't really list which I think would probably play into who you choose.
Yeah, I wonder what the craziest ring they did go ahead and create. I wonder if there's people out there that got like an Idaho Potato Bowl ring.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen a ton. Like I've
seen a Sun Bowl ring before.
Yeah, like that.
But that's not one I would think gets rings.
I would imagine that it did.
Really? Okay.
I would imagine that it did. That
I always thought it was just
there was a time. Well, because there was back then when the Sun Bowl existed, there weren't 64 bowl games.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, you know.
I'm thinking about it like 2025.
Yeah, no.
That's when bowl games used to have a lot more meaning.
They really did.
I mean,
they really did.
That doesn't mean that they don't have any value now, but I mean, let's be honest. Some of those, you have some teams where a 5-win team can go get to a bowl game because they need a team to play.
Yeah, they don't even. Man, that's tough. That's tough. Because I remember when I was in Carolina, I want to say the 93 Michigan Wolverines. So 93, 94. 94 was that the year that they tied with Nebraska, or was that 97?
I think that was 90. That had been 93. If it was 97, then I can.
Or 95.
No, 95. They were dominant. I don't think they split 95.
Okay, so there's a year where that happened, and when I was in Carolina, I shared a house with Matt Elliott of Michigan, and he was a starting center for the Panthers during that run.
97.
97 was that it?
Yep, it was 97.
No, couldn't have been. Had to be 91. 91.
It says 97 that gave 2 perfect teams the national title.
So maybe it wasn't that year, but when he was at Michigan. Oh, look, she has a tiara. She has a tiara on. So whatever bowl game Michigan won in 89, 90. Pull up Michigan bowl game.
Okay.
Like, pull that up for me. And what I remember was he had a box of his college rings, and he would let me wear them. It was diabolical, Harrison. He would let me wear them to bars.
Of course, and you would wear them to the bars.
Of course, CJ and I wore them. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Of course we wore them. So
86, there's a Fiesta Bowl game with Michigan, Nebraska.
No, this is just one that they won, right? Because in his career at Michigan, they won like 3 bowl games, and he had championship rings for all of them from bowl games.
Okay.
So I'm not sure. So we'll Google that. It's top of the hour. We need to get to the top hours. We'll come back. Second hour, we'll take you all the way up to midnight.
Sometimes good people make mistakes. When you find yourself in need of an attorney, call Liberty Law Group. The attorneys at Liberty Law Group will defend you in court and protect your freedom to get you the best possible outcome and the justice you deserve. Trust your freedom to Liberty Law Group, the best criminal attorneys in Nebraska and Iowa. Call them today at 877-404-5238. That's 877-404-5238. Or check them out online at libertylawgroup.com.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club and space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? Nah, forget that. How about margarita clubs and old-fashioned clubs? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge for the best clubs in town. Try all 10 varieties of Upside margaritas or old fashions and take home a free souvenir glass. Grab the whole crew and pair it with Taco Night on Mondays or Whiskey Wednesdays. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
Shopping for new flooring is different today. Getting your questions answered, making the right selection, getting the best value, and installed quickly and professionally. Visit ostreetcarpet.com or shop our store. We'll answer all your questions and help you make the right choice. You'll be enjoying your new floor in just days for less than you'd pay elsewhere. Carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, tile, and area rugs. We've got it all.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
For sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth. 93.7 The Ticket.
All right, Lincoln, if you're a diesel technician who's ready to earn up to $40 an hour and you're tired of working nights and weekends, listen up. Inland Truck Parts and Service is hiring experienced diesel technicians right here in Lincoln, and they're offering what every hardworking tech wants. Monday through Friday hours, no nights, no weekends, and paid training on advanced diesel technology. With 37 locations across 12 states, career advancement opportunities are endless. Start building towards your future and apply today at inlandtruck.com. That's inlandtruck.com. Or text APPLY to 785-369-1320.
Hey guys, it's Carly from Blake Farm Outfitters, and we're all about equipping the modern farmer. Our team is Nebraska's go-to for precision planting, SurePoint liquid systems, Green Eye Spot Spray, and more. So whether you're considering an equipment upgrade, adding new tech, or just need a trained eye to service what you have, check us out. Creep on us at BoykeFarmOutfitters.com and get connected with our team of experts. We're excited to help you find what's next. That's BOECK FarmOutfitters.com.
Make your next event unforgettable with Grazing Gouda, your local artists and experts in charcuterie and grazed tables. From boardrooms to ballrooms, they turn gatherings into experiences with stunning spreads of artesian cheeses, cured meats, fresh fruits, and gourmet bites. Perfect for corporate luncheons, weddings, parties, or any celebration that deserves a wow moment. They handle the details, you take the compliments. Book your graze table today at GrazingGouda.com. Grazing Gouda, because every event deserves to be savored.
This is Rick Heyman with Sartor Heyman Jewelers. Sartor Heyman is celebrating 120 years, and you could win big. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram for your chance to win a $120 gift certificate every week. That's right, we're giving away $120 every week as a thank you for being part of our story. Don't miss your chance to treat yourself. Follow Sartor Heyman Jewelers today. Celebrating 120 years. Sartor Heyman, when only the best will do.
Tune in to Outside the Box from 4 to 5 p.m. for everything you need to know about the Lincoln Stars. Join head coach Rocky Russo and play-by-play voice Alex Byrne as they sit down with special player guests to tell the story of the Lincoln Stars and give you all the news and notes you need from around the USHL. That's Outside the Box with the Lincoln Stars on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Empire Netting and Fence delivers top quality netting and fence solutions. From major sports venues to backyard installs and everything in between, coast to coast. We take on tough jobs with grit, integrity, and a strong commitment to safety. Empire is growing, and we're hiring motivated people ready to grow with us. We build each other up, and we're building something big. Think you've got what it takes? Apply now at empire-fence.com. That's empire-fence.com.
It's been a busy day in sports. A lot has happened while you were up to your eyeballs in work. Catch up on what went down in Nebraska athletics, college sports, and your favorite pro sports leagues. This is Late Night in Lincoln live on 93.7 The Ticket. Sponsored by Canopy Street Market. Here are your hosts, Harrison Arens and Derek Pearson.
So funny. So funny. Yeah, it was oh man. So the three back-to-back bowl games that we're talking about from Michigan were Rose Bowls.
Makes sense. They got rings.
That's why they got rings. The 89 Rose Bowl, 90 Rose Bowl, and then the 91 Gator Bowl. And he was Mr. Irrelevant. So he was drafted 92 by Washington. That's where we met. He was Mr. Irrelevant, last player drafted. Mm-hmm. Went through the cut process. It was brutal. We became friends through a radio show. Played softball together, hung out together. He'd come to my bar, do appearances, guest bartend, that sort of deal. Played there in Washington for a bit, and then when the Carolina Panthers got a team in '94, he was left unprotected, and the Panthers took him in the expansion draft. So he went down there, and on that team in Carolina, it was Michigan heavy. Tim Biakapatuka, a running back. Greg Skrepenek was the starting left tackle.
That makes sense though, because Michigan was on a power trip.
It was
when they had a lot of good players.
It was a run. So this team, but Dom Capers, and Jay Foreman talks about Dom Capers all the time. Very disciplined, the type of defense. So his veteran players were mainly from the Pittsburgh Steelers because those are his guys. Mm-hmm. So he went and got Kevin Green, Gerald Williams, Bates, the kick returner, Anthony Johnson, running back. He went and got some Steelers, a lot of Steelers. And then he went and got New Orleans Saints because he went and got Wesley Walls to play tight end. He got Sam Mills and Lamar Latham from the Saints. He got all veteran players who played at 3-4 defense. And then he got veteran players. And then he drafted Michigan and Notre Dame because he had Rocket Ismail.
That's not a bad blueprint.
No. Well,
Like
but that was why in year 3, they made it to the NFC Championship game. In the year 3 of their existence. Now, the other.
You were there when the Panthers were actually doing it.
When
doing
they
the
beat
damn
Dallas,
thing.
when they beat the triplets in Charlotte, we had the biggest party Charlotte's ever seen.
Man.
We had the biggest party. It was crazy. It was crazy. The year that they knocked, so Dion got hurt. They knocked out Michael Irvin, and then they knocked out Emmett in the game. And then Kerry Collins, they clinched it with a Sam Mills interception in the fourth quarter, and he ran it back. And they were terrible in year 1 because year 1 they played in Clemson. They literally played year 1.
Getting the stadium ready still
in Clemson, and then the stadium opened in '94, and then '95 was when they got good. 95, 96. They beat Dallas, and then they lost to Green Bay in the NFC Championship game. Froze. It was legitimately the frozen tundra. I've never been more miserable in my life. Never been. Like they invited me again. It was kind of I was close to the team.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they gave me freedoms that they didn't give anybody else. And Green Bay in January, and it was no degrees. It was less than no degrees.
Sure, the wind's blowing too up in that area.
Oh, I hated everybody that day. I hated everybody that day. And it was terrible, but it was a great run. First time they beat the Niners. I mean, it's all the first, right?
So how did the wheels fall off for them after that period? Because then they get to Cam Newton eventually.
Oh, no. Long before the wheels fell off, long before that, because the wheels fell off. So Kerry Collins takes them to the playoff, but this is the following year it falls apart. No, that the year before. Because Kerry, this was when at training camp, Spartanburg, South Carolina, and he takes them down there, and again, it's miserable. But one night in the player dorm, the fellows had a break. They go have a beverage or two.
Yeah, they were drinking beers at camp, and some of those older videos.
Well, you're in these towns. You're in Spartanburg, South Carolina. So, things happen. Well, the linemen had stayed together in the dorm. Kerry had gone out, overindulged, came back. Kerry was young. I think this was year 2.
Okay, so he's second year in the league.
He's young, but Kerry had a profound proclivity to overindulge. Great guy, just he was young and a new millionaire from Penn State. Like he didn't know.
And liquor was his poison.
It
the
was,
time,
he didn't have a boundary. He didn't have that sort of resource. The veterans tried to lead him, but until they could lead him, he was unleadable. And then one night he comes back to the dorm and he sees the lineman and he says, so there was a offensive lineman from USC, Norberto Davids Garrido. And Beto was 6'6", 335 pounds back in a time where there weren't that many 6'6", 335 pound offensive linemen. And Kerry came in and he said, hey, Norberto, my N-word.
Mm.
And Beto heard it and said, okay, take that back. He goes, come on, and he said it again. Beto said, don't say it again. And without focus, right? You're disconnected from it. He said it again. And Norberto Davids Garrido punched Kerry Collins in the jaw and broke it.
Yeah, I mean, that's
broke it. broke it. So imagine Dom Capers having to deal with this at training camp. And you're trying to get your guys together. Like, you're still a new franchise.
Yeah, and you also got a wall right there if they never
made
up.
Well,
yeah, that's not a spot you want any sort of division in.
Well, but I mean, you're divided. Like, you're
That's
fully
what
divided.
I'm saying. It's not great.
And that in this day and age, it wasn't that common to have this story get there, right?
No.
And it's Carolina, so you've got you've got the Bible Belt, you got the Billy Graham Bible Belt, you got all this stuff, right? So there's a bunch of things in play. As a matter of fact, so the show that year, I'll share the pictures with you, that because Carrie and I were friends, and he and Matt were friends, they asked his agent asked if he could come on the show and if I could vouch for him. Again, I was the only brother on TV. So yeah. And I could, again, if I didn't believe it, I wasn't going to say that. You know that, you know me well enough to know that if I didn't think this was true, I wouldn't say it. There was not enough money in the world to get me to say it. So he came on the show and he apologized to the community, and he, at
least he
did.
owned
But
up
this
to
is,
it.
but you gotta remember, he couldn't talk for 6 weeks.
Yeah.
His jaw was wired shut.
Forgot about that part.
His jaw was wired shut for however long it was. And it, so then Steve Berline had to come in quarterback, right? Which ended up being kind of the beginning of Kerry's wheels spinning off and them going with Berline instead of Kerry Collins, because Berline rebirthed his career in Carolina because he got the opportunity. Right? If you don't give the opportunity, it doesn't there. Kerry really excelled in New York before he went to Oakland, and et cetera. He took the Giants to the playoffs, Super Bowl, as a matter of fact. They lost to the Ravens, but he that was part of his bounce back, the revival of Kerry Collins. And Kerry just, wasn't a bad person. He was young. Young, stupid things happen. Also on that team was Fred Lane. And Fred Lane was a rookie out of Lane College, tiny Lane College in Tennessee. Now, when he got to town, nobody knew who Fred Lane was. This is a minister's son. This is a minister's kid.
Out of Lane College,
Out of Lane
Tennessee?
College, which was kind of a foundationally religious
Okay,
university.
that makes sense why not a lot of people would be aware.
Right. You wouldn't even know where Lane College was if I didn't tell you it was Tennessee.
Yeah, the first time I heard about it.
Right. But he was explosive. He got into camp. He performed. He beat out some dudes, some veteran players. He beat them out. As a matter of fact, at the end of that season, he had beaten out Tim Biakabatuka, right? And they were going to give him a scholarship, a full contract.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of that year, he began to evolve. We asked him to be on my TV show, and the first time he came on, we shot this so imagine we shot this at Laszlo's.
And this is pre-recorded or live?
It's pre-recorded.
Right.
I mean,
okay.
we're live in front of 400 people every
You're
month.
live in front of people.
We're live in front of Yep. It's a restaurant, but we would bring like all the TV production trucks, and they put the setup, and it was a full TV show production,
like,
box level production.
Okay.
Right? This is not podcasting. This is a full TV production. And he walked into this restaurant, and he didn't want to come in because of his religious background. He had never been in a place that had alcohol.
Wow.
He had never been in a place that served alcohol. So at 21 years old, I had to talk him off the cliff, and he comes in, and he was like, I don't know what to wear. So I gave him a shirt to wear. He had never really kind of done a TV show because he wasn't supposed to make the team. He made the team. They started playing him. He scored his first touchdown in the NFL. And I don't know if you remember the worm, the dance, the worm.
Yeah, everyone still knows what the worm is.
Right? That Fred Lane, after his first touchdown, did the worm. And people lost their minds, and not in a good way. Right? Like, who's this kid who comes to the Carolina.
Oh, I forgot celebrations. Oh,
right,
oh
right.
no.
Oh no. Oh
Forgot
no.
about that
Oh
part.
no. But he is the most lovable kid you could possibly imagine. So he gets on the show, and we're talking about the journey. Like, how do you get there? Like, how does that happen? He goes, "This is all surreal to me because we played in front of 300 or 400 people."
Yeah.
He goes, "There would be," and this is, I remember it like it was yesterday. He said, "It was like we would play and there'd be glass on the field, there'd be rocks on the field, there'd be some grass and mostly dirt. He goes, there'd be dog doo-doo on the field." And then he covered his mouth like, "Oh my God, I just said doo-doo on TV."
No way. This kid's a saint.
Oh, like it's just right. So but he says this kid. So and this is probably week 6, week 15, he comes back on and he's grown, he's matured, he's been in the big city.
Mm-hmm.
And he dressed the part, and he was a little more polished, and he was a little more settled. He went to training camp the next year, played quite well. The New Orleans Saints offered him, because his rookie contract, because it was year to year. And in the renegotiation, the Saints and the Titans offered him more money. Now, Titans would be going home, going to Tennessee. And they're just back in Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
So it would be a big deal. He'd be a big fish. And so he travels there, gets the contract agreement
With the Titans.
with the Titans. Now, the previous year he had met a lady, and the lady worked at a bank there in Charlotte, a major bank in Charlotte, right? So she's there. Older. She has access to his bank account. She can see.
I don't like this where it's going right now. I don't think so.
No. Gets pregnant. They get married.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure of the order. Season ends. She has the baby. He travels out of town to sign the contract. And with contract in hand, walks back into his home and is shot dead by his wife from her bed.
Oh my God.
His luggage, his suit bag, he carried a bag. Like, he wasn't sophisticated, but he had a travel bag, and he hung it on the door. When the police arrived, it was still on the door. He was going to divorce her. And later, if memory serves me right, later she was a part of an investigation.
I was gonna say she got arrested after, right?
Well, this gets deeper, bro.
Rest in peace, man. Before I forget to say it.
Yeah, it wasn't. It was just weird. She pled guilty of voluntary manslaughter.
Okay,
so
she
postpartum.
Yeah.
But shot him twice. But I also think the judge ruled that she had. She said tried to say it was self-defense.
Mm-hmm.
The judge rules it was premeditated. I think she did 7 years, 8 years.
I mean, premeditated. It almost has to.
8 years, though. 8 years. But here's the thing. She had a larceny charge because she helped some friends of hers rob the bank that she worked at.
Oh my Lord.
Now
this girl's spiraling.
Oh, now. So you know the TV show Snapped? You ever seen the show? You see on one of the channels. So Snapped is usually women gone bad and they like murder somebody or commit crimes.
Oh, yes.
Deirdre has her own episode.
Oh my Lord.
Has her own episode. So there's that. right? So you've got the Kerry Collins thing, you've got the Fred Lane thing, and then I get a phone call at the very same time, same roster. Does the name Ray Caruth mean anything to you?
Caruth?
Ray Caruth.
No, it's not. Should I know it?
Oh, you better. Let me tell you. Ray Caruth. So another situation with my TV show. Again, my show was the only show that Fred Lane did in year one. Don't Google it yet. I
was just getting ready.
Hey, man.
I'm listening.
Ray Caruth is a rookie draftee. He was drafted as a kick returner, but a wide receiver from the University of Colorado. Played in the Cordell Stewart, Michael Westbrook, Eric Bieniemy.
Okay.
This is a really good Colorado team.
Yeah.
Caruth was drafted by the Panthers to play wide receiver. He was supposed to step up for Ernie Mills, who Steelers, just Panthers. Dwight Bates, Steelers to Panthers. Rocket Ismail, Notre Dame, Dallas, Carolina. He comes in as a rookie and he does my show. And this was the interesting Colorado run under Coach McCarthy.
When they had one Heisman?
They
had one or two Heisman winners?
There's some interesting things going on in Colorado, right? Yeah. But also, again, football was new to Charlotte, North Carolina. And here comes this influx of brand new millionaires. This is the explosion of millionaires, right? Mm. So what happens in that space is that what comes with money is the other side, more money, more problems. Because these are people that we've talked about with NIL. My biggest fear about NIL isn't money. It's what happens with new money in new spaces.
Yeah, and that's a good point.
Right?
With it being a new franchise team in Carolina.
Right? So Ray Caruth, who was at this moment a very shy, introverted young man, comes to Charlotte, year one, mainly as a kick returner, starts to pop as a receiver so they can project him into the starting lineup the next year. Year two kind of happens. Year three, new contract, new money.
Mm-hmm.
He meets a young lady named Sharika Adams.
Okay.
Who was finessely put a local folk dancer.
Okay.
Which was not unusual for Panther and Hornet players and NASCAR drivers at the time,
mm-hmm.
or pro wrestlers.
That was the least surprising.
No. They meet. She is far more she gets pregnant. In the circles that we know about athletes, there are the good people and then the not good people. In Ray's case, there's a guy or a group of guys who would hang out around players around the stadium, and if a player drove up his brand new car, they would take the car, they would custom clean it, they would run errands for him. I'll give you the keys, you wash the car, go pick up my dry cleaning.
Right.
That sort of deal. Some of those guys are good guys. Some were not. When Sharika got pregnant, apparently there's some discussion about whether to have it or not, and then what his responsibility would be. And a gentleman who was washing cars of Carolina Panther players, was not necessarily the nicest guy, offered to do something nefarious to this woman. It was mentioned to Ray, and depending on who you talk to, he either okayed it or didn't. But the person took it upon themselves because it would put them, in his mind, it would put them in favor of Ray Caruth and his money. They wanted Ray to finance their drug company, their drug dealing company, help him buy marijuana.
Right.
So he does this thing that he thinks is a favor and will put him in a good place with Ray Carew. As the story goes, there's a phone call. There's an incident literally 2 blocks from my house. That Sharika is driving home. She made a phone call that she was supposed to meet Ray. She's driving home. Ray is following her home, or said to. She is shot several times from this car. She actually called 911, and in the phone call, she said it was Ray Carew. They take her to the hospital. She's fighting for her life. The unborn child and the mom are both fighting for survival from the hospital. While still alive, she tells as much as she can tell. Sharika unfortunately didn't make it. The son did. The son was born with his father in a federal institution for murder. He had some, because of blood loss during his critical moments of pregnancy, he had some effects. Ray, I get another phone call. So I'm getting the story. As a matter of fact, my buddy CJ made the phone call. And in the phone call, then he explained what he knew. And then, of course, the spider web of phone calls around Charlotte for media people, athletes, the whole shebang. They tell the stories, and there's all sorts of stories. Ray said that he didn't okay it, that he did this on his own. Which I can, how I feel about it depends on the day.
You're in a hearsay circle. I don't know where you find that.
Nobody knows.
Exactly. That's tough.
But knowing Ray and knowing Sharika,
right.
and then knowing the guy who pulled the trigger, there are 100 things that could have happened. Ray, for some reason, had a large amount of cash and had one of his friends drive him from Charlotte to Tennessee. There was a search for him. A police car pulled over the car, and they found Ray Carew hiding in the trunk of the car. Ray served, I want to say Ray served 19 years, 18 years, 19 years, because he was released, I want to say in 2020. 2020, because I was here.
To flee to
because I was here. And the people in Charlotte and the people in the NFL were trying to, because I knew Ray.
Right.
I could talk about it. Like, they had the tape of the interview with me and Ray, and they knew I was asked to come to trial. There was a bunch of things that were involved, and I wanted to get as far away from it as possible. And I turned down the interviews. I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. As a matter of fact, this is as much as I've talked about it since 1995. This is 96. This is as much as I've talked about it ever.
I don't blame you.
And with the mom pass, Sharika's mom raised his son, special needs. When he got out, they met. I don't know what the relationship is. I haven't talked to him. I will not speak for him or them. But when you talk about, and then add to that maybe 2 months later, after all of this, Bobby Phills of the Charlotte Hornets basketball team, who had been a free agent and had played through the CBA to get to the NBA, turned himself into an all-star. Leaving practice, Hornets practice facility, died in a car crash, speeding. Brand new car. And then it was announced probably 2 months after that George Shin, the owner, who was under a mountain of lawsuits, was going to move the team to New Orleans. And I got out of Charlotte, North Carolina, and got as far away from it as I could.
I do not blame you. That's a lot to take in a short amount of time.
That is what happened to the Carolina Panthers.
You might know better than anybody else,
Bruh.
My goodness.
Bruh. We'll go to break. Down the rabbit hole we went.
This is where it happens. Long hikes with friends, kayaking adventures with family, more horseback riding, zipline gliding, rock face climbing, hammock camping fun than you could ever imagine. And it's all outdoors, amongst the trees and across the prairie, here beneath Nebraska skies. Plan an outing today at yournebraskaadventure.com. Sponsored by Nebraska Game and Parks, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
This is Rick Heyman with Sartor Heyman Jewelers. Sartor Heyman is celebrating 120 years, and you could win big. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram for your chance to win a $120 gift certificate every week. That's right, we're giving away $120 every week as a thank you for being part of our story. Don't miss your chance to treat yourself. Follow Sartor Heyman Jewelers today. Celebrating 120 years. Sartor Heyman, when only the best will do.
Hello, this is Mary Pat Waite. I've had the privilege of working with Lincoln families as their realtor for more than 31 years, and I'm so proud to be associated with MP Dodge Real Estate. For me, your transaction is unique in its own way. My experience allows me to bring you trusted care and a really great outcome. My NP Dodge family shares the same client focus.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
Looking for someone to clean out your gutters or aerate your yard this fall? Call Isaac at Woida Outdoor Solutions today at 402-607-9154. Get your gutters cleaned today with a phone call to Woida Outdoor Solutions at 402-607-9154. Unearth the secret to long-lasting tires at Tread's Central Tire Pros, a league apart in commitment, service, and expertise. This isn't just about rubber meeting the road, but trust, safety, and surety converging in perfect harmony. This is where expectations are exceeded every time. Make your appointment today at Tread's Central Tire Pros, just south of Cortland on Highway 77, or visit our website to explore our services. Remember, when it comes to tires, choose Tread's Central Tire Pros because we tread differently.
Hi, I'm Sarai, your personal banker here at Midwest Bank. I'm proud to serve our community in English and in Espanol because everyone deserves a banker who understands them. This Hispanic Heritage Month, we're celebrating the traditions, values, and dreams that make our community strong. Whether you're opening your first account, planning for the future, or growing your business, estoy aquí para ayudarle a alcanzar sus metas. I'm here to help you reach your goals. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Member FDIC.
There are great Mexican restaurants all over town, but there is one that is especially worth the drive from any part of town. Tacos Los Hermanos at 70th and Havelock. Cool off this summer with a delicious horchata or other special drinks. And grab one of their famous taco boxes for a group of friends or coworkers to enjoy, full of birria tacos and many other options. Don't forget their great desserts like tres leches, flan, and cheesecake. Get to Tacos Los Hermanos for lunch or dinner today at 70th and Havelock in Lincoln.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 7th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
Hey guys, it's Carly from Blake Farm Outfitters, and we're all about equipping the modern farmer. Our team is Nebraska's go-to for precision planting, SurePoint liquid systems, green eye spot spray, and more. So whether you're considering an equipment upgrade, adding new tech, or just need a trained eye to service what you have, check us out. Creep on us at BlakeFarmOutfitters.com and get connected with our team of experts. We're excited to help you find what's next. That's BOECK FarmOutfitters.com.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club and space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? Nah, forget that. How about margarita clubs and old-fashioned clubs? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge for the best clubs in town. Try all 10 varieties of Upside margaritas or old fashions and take home a free souvenir glass. Grab the whole crew and pair it with taco night on Mondays or whiskey Wednesdays. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
Back to Late Night in Lincoln live on 93.7 The Ticket. Here are your hosts, Harrison Arens and Derek Pearson.
Welcome back. Jokingly, we talk about, going down the rabbit holes because there's so many stories. And look, I've been in sports 40.
You get into the LeBron and Kobe part where you've been doing this more than you've just experienced your youth. Well, you're past that.
That you when I talk about how I perceive things to be, it's because I've seen, and the phrase is natural movement, that you see how people move in certain situations and circumstances. Whether it's athletes, coaches, people around athletes, people in general, people in nightclubs, right? Because I had my whole nightclub life of watching people en masse move and then identifying individuals that are moving unnaturally to the space in the crowd, right? And that you're able to identify. The rule was that, and I said it on TV 38 years ago, that most people who come into a bar and order a drink, they're either there to make a memory or to forget. And it was my job in protecting all those people was to know which was which. So the people who saddle up the bar to make a memory, they're going to order drinks, and it's to get as happy as they can, as quickly as they can. Or the people who are trying to forget a thing. And hurt people. So if you multiply that by alcohol and numbers of people, you have to identify it. Same place, the tour of the NBA and the NFL, and being able to get in rooms with young athletes and try to tell them what I know. What situations to stay away from, which situations to run to, how to identify those. And you never get it all right. You never get it all right because I'm a walking member of, you're going to do a stupid thing. So you just try to lessen the stupid.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, we're all going to do
right?
very stupid things.
Right, control the controllables.
Yep.
But, human. And in this space, you want to tell student athletes, you want to tell pro athletes, that ain't it. I've said all along that the University of Nebraska and most colleges, most universities, most athletic departments, and then most universities need to have dating classes.
Honestly, yeah.
They need to have dating classes. They need to have social media classes. They need to have financial, in this NIL world, that my biggest fear is that you're going to give a ton of money and control to people who don't know how to handle money and are more likely to be taken advantage of.
So me and DeMorney talk about this all the time.
That
is the biggest fear. It's not that the kids are getting the money. It's how are they being prepared to have that much money?
You can't be prepared.
There's sharks everywhere. Once you have that and people know you have that.
In a college town?
You got a bunch of new people hitting you up.
Where there are people who are financial advisors? No, they're not. No. There are people who take advantage and people. But this is why and again, you set boundaries in place. This is why for all of us student athletes, our rules are the rules. Show number 1 or 2, have your parents on. So they know and they meet us and they know what's going on. They have access. They know what the process is. They know what you're going through. And then have the coaches, right? Then have the coaches. There you go. Then have the coaches to go through and explain that for what it is. Then have teammates on and have coaches on. You got them up there?
Yeah, there it
there
is.
they go, bro. There they go.
It always takes a little bit. Always takes
there
a
we
little bit.
go. Late night on O Street in Lincoln, Nebraska. And here's it, Harrison, and there's a part of that we haven't gotten to. It's that the smiles happen. There is not one person who recognizes the ability to get on TV and they don't smile. I know that it's a distraction for folks like their hosts that don't want to, I don't want to do about it. I don't want to think about it. No, Harrison, a part of the plan of being down here, street level, glass, we have 4 panels of glass. We want people looking in.
Yeah, that's my favorite part.
Right?
That's all. Every now
we get to see the city.
Once in a blue moon, I'll see 80s daughter Naya. She'll be
Right.
she still remembers the ticket.
Right.
And that's always funny. And then of course you get the new people who on game days in particular, it was because we saw it with Michigan, a lot of people, they pull out their phone. They're like, what's going on
What
here
is
in Lincoln,
happening?
Nebraska? This is pretty cool.
Why do you think we put that camera there?
And then you put them on camera. And then
Right,
they're like, oh my God, this is the greatest thing.
This is the greatest thing to Lincoln, Nebraska. And it's a small thing, but no, it's a really good thing. And then they stand in front of the marquee and try to see what's going on. And,
Yeah.
it's the thing. Listen, we get through. I say this all the time. Sports is the vehicle, but the people. And when people talk about athletes and they talk about these stories, when you talk about Ray Caruth, I know the human who made the mistake. I will never try to erase the mistake. I will never try to devalue it or minimize the mistake. But the human is the accumulation of the good things and the bad things. And then you have to figure out, okay, do you throw away the artist because of the art or vice versa?
Mm-hmm.
As I've said, prior to that, if you had asked me to make a list of NFL players who would be the least likely to be involved in this sort of thing, Fred Lane and Ray Caruth are 1 and 2 of guys who would not be involved in the things they end up being involved in. Fred Lane's story should have never been how it ended. That movie should have never ended that way. The Ray Caruth story should have never been a part of it. He was an academic at Colorado. Bobby Phills. Nobody deserved to be in the NBA more than Bobby Phills. He went the Eric Strickland hard route to the NBA and then got in the league. Him and Strick were NBA brothers in the fact that, you know what? They had to go the long route through the CBA, maybe go overseas, come back to the CBA, fight through a couple of programs, be the last guy on a team, and fight their way up to being a starter and a verified NBA player. It shouldn't have been a part of Bobby's story. But new money, fast cars, small towns. Kerry Collins, he wasn't prepared to become the poster boy for an expansion football team. He was a party boy at Penn State.
Mm-hmm.
6'5", 220 pounds, rocket arm, right? He had to learn how to study, he had to learn how to make reads, he had to learn how to be a leader, right? He had to learn how to say no to things. He had to learn how to say no to his parents. His dad lived with him his single dad lived with him. Yeah, and his dad was a bigger part than he was. Not bad people, but imagine all of a sudden that your brother was drafted by the Texas Rangers and was given $30 million, 15 of it up front, and said, Harrison, come live with me. You can do all the stuff I need for you to do. You don't have to go to football practice or baseball practice. So you're around. What are you going to do, right? You're going to run business and write checks and go to the bank and do the things, right? Take care of the house, deal with the maids, deal with the real estate or deal with those things. But then when it comes time to party, you're going to party. There's no playbook for that. There's no playbook for you to end up in Dallas, Texas with millions of dollars that you've never had, dealing with people who are experienced and knows what's going on, ready to take advantage of you and your brother, right? You don't have, there's no playbook for that. All of a sudden now, your favorite actress knows who you are and says, Harrison, let's go. And you hope that your parents raised you to the point where you can make good decisions. But I hate to tell you, that ain't how that works. That your favorite actress goes, Harrison, you and me, I need you to not be productive for the next 4 days. Just come hang out with me. What are you going to say?
I'm probably going to get scammed at some point.
Deuces. I'm going by her.
Yep.
Whatever it is. And it may not even be a scam, but you're going to stop working.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to stop being productive. You're going to go do. How can you not? And there are people who are built for this and people who aren't. There are people who built with the no capability. There are those that aren't. The sports and politics and music, rock and roll, the rock and roll stories are endless. The number of Hollywood stories are endless. Why? Because young people getting access to millions of dollars and then the people getting access to them. Fred Lane, Ray Caruth. Those are the stories. And listen, those stories exist in Lincoln, Nebraska. They exist in Omaha. And it's athletes, musicians, politicians.
Oh yeah.
Right? All of a sudden you're an accountant from some small city in Nebraska, and then you go to DC and you become a political star and you get power and money and access and resource. At what point did you learn that on the farm on how to deal with those people?
Never do.
So, part of the storytelling here on the, this is what we do. Like we go down rabbit holes and we talk about the things there, but you can see the story on Ray Caruth. Matter of fact, I just showed you, there's things on Peacock, there's things on YouTube, there's things on Hulu. You can see them all on both Ray Caruth, Kerry Collins, and the incident. All the stuff that I told you is verifiable. I showed you pictures, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, it happened.
Right, but those are my people.
I know.
Those are my people. And I have hundreds of those. Like I've been in this long enough that I've met everybody and I've lost a ton. I've lost a ton of people before we should have lost them. There are people, Harold Tank McClinton, we shouldn't have lost him. Middle linebacker for the Redskins back in the day, died in a car crash. There's too many, it's the Brooke Berringers of the world where it shouldn't have happened.
It's the Kobe Bryant.
Right. It's the Kobe. It's just the thing that you just go, right, that it shouldn't, but that's part of the responsibility of the microphone is telling stories.
Yeah.
And connecting it and just going, okay, here's how we got here. Now what? It's what we do now that matters. But I do take great joy in being able to say Fred Lane's name while he's in heaven. My grandmother told me this thing a long time ago. That think of it this way, that when people go to heaven, when the people who love them speak their name with love, a little bell rings. Fred, I'll ring the bell for you tonight, bro. We'll be right back to close this out.
Football game days are fun for the whole family, but not every child is ready for 4 quarters in the stadium. That's why the Lincoln Children's Museum offers game day play dates for kids ages 5 to 12. While you enjoy the game, your kids enjoy their own adventure at the museum, conveniently located just steps from the stadium. Registration required. And the fun isn't just on game days. The museum is open 6 days a week with 3 floors of hands-on play and activities. Out-of-town families, make the most of your weekend in Lincoln. Visit lincolnchildrensmuseum.org.
Hey guys, it's Monet here with The Night Before. Why have you not stopped in lately to see me? If you haven't been to The Night Before in a while, you are missing out. Up to 20 beautiful ladies each night. Newly remodeled bar. Oh, and we now have a 12-foot video wall to watch all the big games on. Come watch a game at The Night Before. Mention this ad and your first beer is $1. Check us out on Instagram at The Night Before Lounge. Hope to see you soon.
Are you ready to transform your body and your life in just 10 weeks? At Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping, our kickboxing challenge combines heart-pumping cardio, strength training, and proven nutrition coaching to deliver real results. Lose fat, gain strength, and feel more confident than ever. Spots are limited. Don't wait. Join the Next Barrels 10-week challenge starting October 11th and take the first swing towards a healthier, stronger you. Barrels Extreme Body Shaping, results, not excuses. Join today, fxblincoln.com. That's fxblincoln.com.
Hi, I'm Sarai, your personal banker here at Midwest Bank. I'm proud to serve our community in English and in Espanol because everyone deserves a banker who understands them. This Hispanic Heritage Month, we're celebrating the traditions, values, and dreams that make our community strong. Whether you're opening your first account, planning for the future, or growing your business, estoy aquí para ayudarle a alcanzar sus metas. I'm here to help you reach your goals. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Member FDIC.
Your Boring Workday just got a $1,000 upgrade. 93.7 The Ticket with the IBA is here with a $1,000 cash blitz.
Wow, thank you.
$1,000, are you kidding me?
That's incredible.
4 times every workday at 8 a.m., 10 a.m., 1 p.m., and 3 p.m. We give you the keyword to text to 508-777-1000 or enter at our website, 93.7theticket.com.
Hey, this is Lauren.
This is Chris.
Hey, this is Tina, and I just won $1,000.
Woo! It's the $1,000 cash blitz on 93.7 The Ticket.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club and space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? Nah, forget that. How about margarita clubs and old-fashioned clubs? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge for the best clubs in town. Try all 10 varieties of Upside margaritas or old-fashions and take home a free souvenir glass. Grab the whole crew and pair it with taco night on Mondays or whiskey Wednesdays. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
Shopping for new flooring is different today. Getting your questions answered, making the right selection, getting the best value, and installed quickly and professionally. Visit ostreetcarpet.com or shop our store. We'll answer all your questions and help you make the right choice. You'll be enjoying your new floor in just days for less than you'd pay elsewhere. Carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, tile, and area rugs. We've got it all.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Bagels and Joe is the best place to start off your mornings, and you can order your breakfast ahead of time on their app. You can't go wrong with one of their great bagel sandwiches or breakfast burritos. Stop by any of their 4 locations in Lincoln and their location in Seward. Bagels and Joe.
Hey, Husker fans, Max 10 is turning up the excitement this season. They're giving away a pair of Husker volleyball tickets, and every time you tan, you're entered to win. Experience the 2025 season tour featuring high-pressure tanning, rejuvenating red light therapy, and flawless spray tanning, all for just $20.25. Look good, feel amazing, and cheer on the Lady Huskers in style. Max Tan. Take it to the max.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contest, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Back to Late Night in Lincoln live on 93.7 The Ticket. Here are your hosts, Harrison Arens and Derek Pearson.
I'll tell you, if you hung out tonight, man, you got a lot. if you messed around and hung out tonight with us, thank you. And it says quite a few of you did. So
yeah, I know he said it was the first time he told that story. A lot of people heard that story for the first time, including myself.
Yeah,
I've worked with you for a while now, DP. That was the first time. And sorry, maybe it's not right for me to kind of bring it up like that.
But this is the thing, though. Like, I couldn't tell you every story that I would have to tell you. I've been in this too long. I've done too many things. I'm rarely stunned by a thing that happens in sports because I've seen it all happen.
I believe that.
I've seen it all happen. And we'll close with this because I think it's important to do so. That we were talking about Bobby Phills, and I want the heavenly bell to ring for Bobby Phills as well. I'll give you a little of the story behind why he was so. He attended Southern University in Baton Rouge. He was an alpha, so there was that. Led the NCAA in 3-point goals per game, averaging 4.5 his senior year.
Oh, yeah, that era too.
6'5", forward, shooting guard. He was he played in the CBA, played for Sioux Falls, had to battle his way through, had to go over to Spain. Was then pulled into the league by the Cleveland Cavaliers. Then sent back overseas, came back to the Cavaliers for 5 years, and then was signed by the Charlotte Hornets in 1997. I made the all defensive second team. The Hornets retired his number. Made the CBA all rookie team. First year he made $130,000 in the league. And when after his time with the Cavs and signed by the Hornets, he was signed to a 7-year, $33 million contract. $20 million of that money was guaranteed money. And when you hear people talk about guaranteed money, when Bobby Phills passed, because his money was guaranteed, his family was taken care of. So just in passing, when people have these conversations about contracts and why you fight for the things that you fight for, and why it matters, I give you Exhibit 1A.
That's probably the only exhibit you need.
That if he doesn't fight, if his attorney doesn't fight, and he waited. Think about that. He was drafted in 91. That if he does, he waited all that time to get his money,
but he made sure his family got that money.
His family. I played you the clip of Ernie Johnson and Kenny Smith making the report, and they covered his funeral, his memorial in Charlotte that I attended. And the lead story was his son Trey, his mom Kendall asking where Daddy was, and his son Trey whispered into the microphone, "He is in heaven. Daddy's in heaven with the angels. He is indeed." Ring the bell. Ring the bell. Ring the bell. We will do this again tomorrow. It'll be different rabbit holes.
I'm gonna go for well, no, today was good.
No,
it was good to be told.
Right? Just all over the place. It's kind of what we do. Appreciate y'all hanging out with us. We will fire this up. There'll be replays going on the streams to get you through, and then 6 a.m. early break. Full day tomorrow, all the way through high school football, some late night shows, and then we'll close this bad boy down again tomorrow night, 10 o'clock to midnight. So, Harrison, thank you, kind sir. Y'all be kind to each other.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.